Welcome back to Mindful Mae. Today is a very exciting day. There is a grand opening of a brand new Goodwill, and I'm going to check it out with my sister. So let's go thrifting. We arrived at Goodwill at about 10 a.m. It opened at 9, so by 10 it was already full of people, which was not a surprise to us, but I was surprised that we had to wait in line just to get a cart. And we needed one because my 2-year-old nephew was with us and we definitely need a cart for him. But once we secured our cart, we were able to go shopping. We started in the home goods. I just started following my sister, and then I very quickly moved to the clothing, which is where my true passion lies. Obviously, with it being a grand opening, there were a lot of people there. Thankfully, my sister and I are fairly positive people, and we were just happy to be there. The fact that it was crowded really didn't get us down. In fact, everyone there was so kind. There was a woman who said that I looked beautiful, and a gal who was talking about a pair of pants that I was holding up, that she loved the color and the fit, and we just kind of joked around for a little bit. And then my favorite interaction was actually meeting someone who watches my channel. A gal walked up to me and introduced herself and said she watches Mindful Mae and she wants to learn how to do alterations. And it was just so cool to meet someone who watches my channel and see them out in the wild. This was a first for me, and thank you, Mary, for being so sweet. It was such a pleasure to meet you. And yeah, I was just so surprised because my channel has grown a lot, but I just never thought something like that would actually happen, and it really made my day. I will also say that all of the staff at Goodwill were just so kind. They were just looking out for everybody and making sure that people who needed carts got carts. It really was so fun to just be at a new location with all these other thrifters. I was genuinely just happy to be a part of it. We didn't spend a ton of time at Goodwill, maybe a little under an hour, so we decided to hit up one more thrift store before we parted ways. This 2-piece set unfortunately was 100% acrylic. Otherwise, I thought it was so cute. It's definitely inspiring to me, and maybe I could make something similar. But if you've been here, you know I love 100% linen pieces. One thing I love to do at thrift stores is see pieces that have their original tag with their original price on them. This piece was $148 originally, and they're selling it for $7. I saw this 100% cotton pillowcase. It unfortunately was just one. If it had both, I would have gotten it because I really loved the design on it. I have had leather mules on my list for quite a while, but these were sadly too small. Here's another brand new with tags piece from Chico's, originally $89, and again they're selling it for $7. It is 100% linen. I didn't love the color or really the cut. It was way too long. And then I spotted some linen pants in white, more like a trouser. If you notice that I just knocked over another pair of pants, don't worry, I picked them up. Here's your reminder to keep your thrift stores clean and make sure you tidy up after yourself. I saw this dress and it's the only thing I tried on this day, which was actually pretty shocking to me. I'm usually stocking up and trying on a lot of different things, but today was just kind of a miss clothing wise, but I was grateful I got the chance to try this on. I felt like it was super cute with my socks and loafers combo. I was just really feeling it today. Moving into the home goods section, I recently visited my sister's house and she has a lot of fun little jars and cute little cozy pieces on shelves in her house. I wish I could fill my home with this, but it's really not my husband's style, so I just enjoy looking at these pieces when I'm thrifting. It's time for a thrift haul. I'm going to jump right in and show you the items I got from the grand opening. And then my sister and I went to one more thrift store after that, and I got an item there too. So let me show you what I ended up getting. I will say my sister usually has her reusable bags and I usually have mine. We drove her car and we forgot them. So just in case you're like, why the plastic? All right, from Goodwill, my sister saw these pants and thought they were super cute, and they don't have dressing rooms, but for some reason I felt like they would fit me. I almost tried them on under my dress, to be honest, but there were so many people around I didn't think I could get away with it. They're from Topshop. They have like a vintage vibe, baggy jean, button fly, very high waist, probably like a rib cage. When we got back to my sister's house, I tried them on and they did fit, so that was awesome. They were $7.99. I actually had a Goodwill gift card from a pair of pants I bought in return, so that covered the cost of these. Kind of feels like they're free, even though they're not. The rest of the stuff I got is pretty girly. I'm sure you guys know this if you've seen my other thrifting videos. I really just love to be cozy. I love matching pajama sets. I love robes. I love crew necks. I just love being comfortable. My husband has joked that if I could live in a sleeping bag, I would. And he's not wrong. So this is a 100% cotton robe. It's by the brand Vera Bradley, and it's just really beautiful. It looks like it's hardly been worn, and I love that the tie is tacked down in the back so you can't lose it. This is just gonna be so cozy for weekend mornings. And this robe was $4.99. I did get this dress thinking that if it didn't work out, I would return it. I used to avoid returning things at thrift stores, but thankfully Goodwill has a pretty good return policy, as you can bring your return to any of the Goodwills. Like, I don't have to go to Boise or Nampa Meridian. I can go to any of the locations, and then you get store credit. So if this dress doesn't work out, I can exchange it, but my sister talked me into it, so I'm excited to try it on. It was $6.99, and it is 100% cotton. Looks like it has some little pockets. After trying this dress on, I feel like it's fine, but I don't love the length. This midi length, I feel like does nothing for my petite frame. It makes me look shorter, if anything. So I will probably return this one. That's always the bummer part about not having dressing rooms. And then back to the cozies, some pink pajama pants. I have been so close to buying pants just like this from like Old Navy and Gap, just pink striped 100% cotton pajama pants. So I'm glad I waited and found these at a thrift store. These were $4.99. And we're moving into fall here pretty soon. So I'm excited for these, for sitting out on the porch in the mornings. It's gonna be very cozy. We then went to another thrift store, as you saw, and we found next to nothing. I was kind of shocked. She got one toy for her son, and I got one dress. And this is, the real ones will know, this is the exact dress, but in a different fabric as the one that I attempted to dye in this video and totally failed at, and basically ruined the dress. And I was really sad to lose it, but this is my replacement. It's the same brand. It's all cotton. I think it's gonna look so cute with boots, and I think it looks really cute with the loafers I had on as well. And this dress was $7. This is actually a dress that my sister got, and it needs mending, so I told her that I could mend it. So I'm probably going to include this in my next alterations video because that pile is stacking up pretty quick. I did want to mention this last thing only because it was on my list in my last thrifting video, which was a basket for my morning books and my morning quiet time. When I went back to my sister's house after we thrifted, she was showing me her get rid of pile, and in it was this awesome basket, which she let me take home, and it's really sturdy. It fits all my books inside, so it kind of feels like I got it from the thrifting trip, but it was free. So thanks, sis. But thank you so much for being here and for watching my thrift with me and my thrift haul. I'm so grateful for you. And shout out to Mary. It was so nice to meet you. It was just crazy to like see someone in person that knew who I was before I knew who they were. It was just like very trippy. And she was really sweet. So that was such an honor to run into you. And as for everybody else watching the video, thank you so much again. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.